Hello, this is Mr. G again. This time we are going to be learning about the number patterns. What is a number pattern? Number pattern is a pattern or sequence in a series of numbers. This pattern generally establishes a common relationship between all numbers. For example, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All those numbers are showing a pattern, but what is that pattern about? From 0 to 5, we have 5 numbers. From 5 to 10, we have 5 numbers. From 10 to 15, 5 numbers or 5 digits. From 15 to 20, 5 digits. From 20 to 25, 5 digits. You can see that on this number line. 0 goes all the way to 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From 5 jumps to 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From 10 jumps all the way to 15. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Then now we are going to mark the following numbers. The numbers that are missing. From 15, since we know the pattern is adding 5 to it. So 15, if we add 5 more to 15, that will go all the way to 20. If we add 5 to 20, we are going to have 25. This is the way how we discover the pattern in this number line. This time we are going to be practicing or identifying the pattern in an exercise. Look at the shaded squares in the multiplication table below. Every other square in the third row is shaded. We have 3, 9, 15, 21, and 27. What pattern are we going to identify here? We have to serve from 3 jumps to the 9. How many numbers are missing between 3 to 9? From 9 to 15. From 15 to 21. From 21 to 27. That is the pattern that we need to discover in this exercise. Let's look at the questions or other instructions. All the numbers in the shaded squares are odd numbers. That is true. An odd number is a number that it cannot be split into equal parts. Which statement explains why is this true? The product of an odd number and an even number is always odd. The product of two odd numbers is always odd. The product of an even number and an odd number is always odd. The product of two even numbers is always odd. Since it's talking about product, this is telling us that we have to multiply. Basically here we are doing the 3 times tables. If we multiply 3 times 1 is equal to 3. 3 is an odd number. 1 is an odd number. So the product is odd. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Both numbers are odd. 3 and 3 are odd numbers, so the product is odd number. 3 times 5 is 15. So 3 is odd number, 5 is odd number as well. So the answer is an odd number. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 and 7 both are odd numbers. The product is also an odd number. 3 times 9, 27. Both odd number multiplied by themselves give us an odd number as product. Now let's see our choices. But before that, we have to read carefully what we have been told or what we have to be careful of in this. It says all of the numbers in the shaded squares are odd. The shaded square, yes, all those numbers are odd. That is true. Okay, say which statement explains why is this true? The product of an odd number and an even number is always odd. That is not true. The product of two odd numbers is always odd. That is true. The product of two odd numbers is always odd. Same 3 times 3, 9. 3 times 1, 3. So that is true. The product of an even number and odd number, that doesn't apply here. The product of two even numbers is always odd. So the response or the answer correct is B. Our next exercise. What rule do the numbers in the highlighted row follow? 5, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Let's start with 0 here, because this is the times table of 5. 0 jumps to 5. 5 jumps to 10. From 5 to 10 are 10 digits or 10 numbers. 10 to 15 is 5 as well. 15 to 20, 5 numbers. 20 to 25, 5 numbers. 25 to 35 numbers. 30 to 35, 5 numbers. 35 to 45 numbers. 40 to 45, 5 numbers. So basically here what we're doing is adding 5 to every digits we find. Add 45, that's not true. Add 5, that is correct. Add 10 is not correct. Add 1 is not correct either. What unknown number makes the equation below true? Blank times 10 is equal to 15. There are many ways how you can find out what number goes into the blank. We can do the times tables, or multiplying, or we can do division. But let's start with the multiplication. Which times table is that? Is the 10 times tables. We're going to find one number that multiplied by 10, or 10 is multiplied by, is equal to 50. Let's write down our times table. 10 times 1 is 10. 10 times 2, 20. 10 times 3, 30. 10 times 4, 40. 10 times 5, 50. We have identified the number that 10 is multiplied by to get 50. 10 here, 50 here, so that unknown number is 5. So 5 is the answer correct to this equation or to this question. We have to eliminate the following options because they are not the one that give us the right answer. What rule do the numbers in the highlighted column? What rule do the numbers in the highlighted column follow? 7, 0, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63. We have to identify the pattern here. You start with 7, which is the 7 times tables. But 7 times 0 is 0. Okay, 0 jumps to 7. From 7 goes to 14. From 7 to 14 and 7. From 7 to 21 are 7. So basically you are adding 7 to every product you find. Let's see our options. Option A, add 63. That is not correct. Add 7. That is correct. Add 14. That's not correct either. Add 1. Also not correct.